𝗖cie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁.
What is up, Ganjalang? Around 3 weeks ago, I made one of the most viewed video in my channel, and it's called DPS Verena Destroys Everything. Well, now it's been a few weeks past, I have been covering more commentary and serious stuff, and to be honest, I kind of miss being dumb and funny. So guess what? I became dumb and funny, and I made my baizhi a DPS. Now, before you think I'm silly, which I am, what is the basis behind this, you may ask? Well, Pop, let me answer that question for you. It was about a week or two ago, I realized that Wuthering Waves teams can be built in a way that is unconventional. Now let me explain what I mean by that by asking you a similar question. What is the conventional way to build a team? Surely in your head, you'd probably be thinking one main DPS, one sub DPS, one support. Well, I'd like to challenge that belief. Wuthering Waves is a different game. You can actually prosper with 3 fully main DPSs and just win. There's a lot of videos on YouTube how they solo the hardest bosses, and by that I could just infer that you could use 3 main DPSs. Like, what do you need a healer for when you don't get damaged? And if you're just that good or will be that good at one point, the value of healers are reduced to nothing. Because not only can you not heal a teammate that is already dead, but you also can't heal a teammate that has full health. So unless you're fully inting, you won't need a heal, or a healer for that matter. That's why something like my favorite team, the starter team, works. All 3 of them are DPSs. They all take like a good amount of field time like a DPS would, even though you can argue Spectral Rover is a healer in the team, but they don't just heal. They deal good damage, and they also provide insane support for my 𝗖ście with their outro skill. Point is that their heals are not the highlight of the utility. It's more to the fact that the healing is more of a bonus than everything else. Compared to baizhi, if you build her conventionally, when she takes field time and your teammates are at full health, she's a DPS loss. Trying to build up her concerto energy and taking field time while doing abysmal damage is straight up sad, and my queen baizhi deserves more than that. I refuse my girl to be reduced than absolute doo-doo when she could have been so much more, and that's where I got the idea for the video. Why don't we just build everything as a DPS? Like, what if my baizhi doesn't just heal, she also deals damage? Like, what could go wrong? So let's talk about my build on baizhi. Here's my stats. Nothing too crazy. If anything, it's quite humble, but you need to know that I actually went all the way with my belief. So I pulled the 5-star standard banner weapon just for her. It boosts her attack stats and her basic attack damage, which if you want her to be a main DPS, that's where her damage mostly comes from. Because well, her skill has an insane amount of cooldown and her ult just heals. No damage. So I guess I need to increase her basic attack damage to do somewhat decent damage output. Speaking of that, I have, in my opinion, decent amount of trace levels. I don't want to put too much into it because I have other characters to build, you know. I'm not a whale, so I need to like manage a little bit, and to make this relatable, honestly, this is good enough. So anyways, my echoes. Now this is gonna be insanely nuclear, but let's go through it one by one actually. So the 4 cost is gonna be crit rate. Don't mind the substats because honestly, let's just ignore that, you know. I don't want to really min-max it either. But the 3 costs you think is gonna be, I don't know, energy recharge or something. Well, no, it's gonna be glacial damage. And the second one is gonna be another glacial damage. And look at this substat on that one. Basic attack, damage bonus, crit rate. This one has crit damage. This one has crit rate. Honestly, it's just really good. Now the 1 cost, you think, what do you think? It's gonna be an HP percent? No, it's gonna be attack. Attack percent. Attack percent, another one, attack percent with crit damage and crit damage, crit rate, all that good things. Basic attack damage bonus, that's what we really want to push. See, now you might be asking, well, 𝗖𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁, she doesn't scale with attack, she scales with HP. Well, my lovely viewer, her basic attack doesn't scale with HP. They scale with attack. As you can see right here, it scales with attack. It doesn't say anywhere that it scales with HP, same thing goes with the intro skill. It scales with attack. And her skill to also and for her skill, to some extent, it does scale with attack, but it doesn't actually not scale with attack, like fully HP. Yeah, well, her skill does scale with HP, but without the HP percent scale, without the HP percent, my baizhi innately already has a higher HP stat than most characters. So as you can see, my HP without any HP percent main stat, right? 17.5 thousand, and that's like pretty good enough. You can see the damage that we're gonna do after this. I'm fully aware of everything, honestly, but every little thing is gonna contribute to the damage, even though it's probably not gonna be that much. So normal attack does basic attack, heavy attack. These are the calculations. All of them are scaled with attack. This is the skill. It says that it attacks and heals simultaneously, and the damage is calculated on HP percent. Now, I don't know if attack comes into play at all, but it looks like it actually just scale off of HP. As you can see as well, the cooldown is 16 seconds. That's a very long cooldown. That's why, as I said, all the damage comes from the basic attack. The forte circuit, basically just saying that, depending on how many stacks you have, you're gonna heal more or less. The ult itself doesn't do damage, but then it summons something called remnant entities that will do a coordinated attack with the active character. For the sequence, I have no copies of baizhi, and it's kind of painful, to be honest, but that just makes it relatable for you viewers. Now, let's see what it can do. Actually, resonance skill, it doesn't increase damage. The second part is increasing damage, glacier bonus, but it's just for the skill, so for the most part it doesn't quite do much. The third part doesn't increase damage. It does increase damage for the HP scaling attacks, just the skill, by the way. I think the sequence 4 is the one that gives her a lot more advantage to playing her. It's just I don't have it. Well, and that's about it, really. When Euphonia is picked up, increased glacier damage bonus for every character by 12%, and that's decent. That's not bad. But speaking of relatableness, I'm not trying to make this video for you to be like, oh, this is the right way to build baizhi or anything. I'm doing this video for your entertainment. I'm doing this video so you don't have to, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do any calculations. I'm not a math guy. I don't have a math guy. It's purely entertainment, and I hope you guys understand before going in the comments saying some dumbotron stuff and I need to read all of them. I need to reply to all of them. By the way, leave a comment. But it's just come on, man, right? So what we're gonna do right now is let's just test the damage real quick. All right, so this is the basic attack damage. As you can see, nothing too crazy there. You know what, let's eat crit food, because we want to see the highest potential of what baizhi can actually do. That is the basic attacks. Pretty decent damage in my opinion, pretty solid. You will be the judge if it actually is a good amount of damage or not. Let me know in the comments. Next, that is the counter damage. I'm gonna do it again. There we go, 3,000. That is the intro right there, as you can see, 1.3k. I'm gonna do it again, the intro. Bam, 1.4 at 1.5. This is the skill damage, 2.8 with 1,700 healing. Quite accurate to what we see in the skill calculations earlier. And this is the ult, 800. That is a very, very small amount of heal. I can't quite see the coordinated attack thing that was mentioned in the ultimate section, but you know what, let's just not think about it too much, right? Honestly, in my opinion, not that bad, but it could have gotten better. Say if I have the same amount of stats, a 5-star weapon, this 5-star weapon, same echoes, same traces levels on Yinlin, way different, right? Way different. But for a baizhi, for someone that scales with HP for half of her kit and the other half with attack, I think she did quite okay. Honestly, I went into this video thinking that I would regret it. I'm just trying to say that I didn't regret building her. Now that's the best thing for me to have right now because I don't want to regret anything I'll build, right? Like regretting building something has to feel like it's the worst thing in the world as a free-to-play, as a low spender, because you have limited resources. Now let's do Elusive Realms.
Saves me the search.
Transmitting frequency.
It looks like it's gonna be a bit rough for baizhi in the beginnings.
Burn to ashes.
Seems like you just want to be patient with baizhi in the beginning rounds. But I know for a fact after she's upgraded enough, she's gonna do very well.
Time to get down to business. Endless reverberation.
As you can see, the damage is picking up, so I think baizhi is gonna be pretty good. Here is the first boss fight for baizhi. I think I'm gonna do just fine. Well, I mean, sure, I guess. Look at that damage. Look at all of that damage. Did you see that? Did you see all of that damage? It's just the baizhi is still not fully built up. It's still, this is half of her power still.
Frozen blockade.
Look at all of those numbers. Is this not enough for you? Look at all of that numbers. Oh, well, I mean, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That looks way... That is uncomfortably weird.
Commence healing. Rejuvenating snow. Frozen blockade.
Oh, I completed it. I did it. I did it, guys. And here comes the second boss fight, Inferno Rider. I've always had troubles with this boss in like the actual world, so let's just hope we don't have that
Rejuvenating
in here.
snow. An oversight.
Oh, okay.
Commence healing. Endless reverberation.
15k. I see 15k, I see 20k. Now tell me in the comments if you see it too.
Frozen blockade.
But this DPS, oh, I see it. See? Did you see that? 20k? 20k again.
Such a nuisance.
baizhi is really not that bad.
Tranquility.
Look at all of that numbers. It's like I'm using a machine gun to fight this guy. Using baizhi against boss battles like this is truly satisfying.
Verity shines. Shackles be gone.
Are you seeing how easily I'm breezing through this fight? It's just completely unfair to the enemy, I think. All of this is so unfair. Look at all of those numbers.
Stay vigilant. Administering first aid. Lotus pervade. Rejuvenating snow.
Are you seeing how easily I breeze through that fight?
tranquility.
Oh, this is the final thing. Let's just beat Scar.
Verity shines.
Burn to ashes.
Did you see that 40k damage? That was 40,000. 50,000.
Stay vigilant. Rejuvenating snow. Commence healing.
60,000. Oh my god. Scar, it's just no problem for this guy.
Endless reverberation.
Look at all of that numbers. Look at how fast Scar is like losing right now.
Feel my wrath.
Transmitting frequency.
Look at all of these damage.
Rejuvenating snow. Foolish.
Wow. And it's that easy. It's just that easy. This is what my DPS baizhi could do. So, well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe my YouTube channel, join the Discord, join the 𝗖𝗆𝗆𝗵𝘁, join the community, comment down below what you think of the video, comment down below on what you think the next character should be, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!